On the 9th day of healthy holidays, my health coach said to me, volunteer to support your community. Yay! So we're at day 9 of our healthy holidays. And we are once again going to foster a connection with our community. So last time when we were talking about our community, it was decluttering. What can I pass off that doesn't bring me joy anymore, but I can give it the chance to bring somebody else joy, right? And this time we're really talking about, okay, let's take it a step further. What can I do? How can I spend some of my time to support my community? The possibilities, when you look into it, the possibilities are endless. It doesn't have to be a lot of time, but even just a little bit of time can make a really big impact for your community. I remember when I was a kid, we always volunteered at our local soup kitchen over the holidays, and we helped to prepare and then serve whatever meal, right, for homeless or for families who are struggling or individuals who are struggling who are coming to the soup kitchen for a nourishing meal. That was really impactful, and it only took, 2-3 hours of my time, of my family's time, but we did it every year. And you can volunteer at schools, although I have to say probably not right now. I can't wait. I used to always volunteer at my kids' school. I can't wait to be able to volunteer at my kids' school again. But there's still plenty of places where we can go and volunteer. Volunteer to pick up trash at local parks, right? You can just call your council, city council, your town council, right? Start getting connected with some of the people who make these decisions. What can you do to help out your community? When we create that community feel, right? When we get to know our neighbors, it's really amazing. And in fact, that's another angle of this as well, right? Do you have an elderly neighbor or a disabled neighbor or someone who maybe could use a little extra hand? You could even make them a freezer meal and go take it to them, just because. One of the things my kids do every year, and we're excited to do it here in a brand new community, is we make so many Christmas cookies, not just the ones that you decorate, but just a wide variety of different Christmas cookies. And we get little tins, and they tin up a selection of Christmas cookies, and we go and deliver them to all the neighbors as a way of getting to know the neighbors, of introducing ourselves, of just saying, we're here, right? We like to know you a little bit. And that's a really beautiful thing to do. So there's all different ways that you can take just a little bit of your time and let it infiltrate into your community. So you get to know your community more, they get to know you a little bit more, right? You are giving back to the area that supports you in your life. Because let's face it, we are all supported by our communities. Every single one of us. Our trash gets picked up, the roads get cleaned, we are taken care of, our kids go to schools, all this kind of stuff. So taking just a moment of your time to be able to give back to the community that supports you. It's pretty amazing. It's very heartwarming. It has all the warm fuzzies about it. So I want to hear, do you already have a tradition of giving back to your community this time of year? What is that tradition? Are you going to do something new this year? You can even say, did COVID interrupt that tradition? Because it did for me. So can you create a new tradition if it did get interrupted? Is there something you can do this year that's a little bit different? And if you don't have a tradition of giving back to your community this time of year, what can you do? What can you start thinking of? What are the kinds of things that you would like to do? I also remember my husband, their tradition when he was young is he would sell little bundles of mistletoe for like 25 cents or something, right? And with the money that he made from selling his mistletoe, he would buy warm socks, usually wool socks, but warm socks. And then he and his dad would go around, he grew up in San Francisco, would go around and give out the socks to homeless people on the streets. So they had a way to keep their feet warm. And so That's another, I mean, there's so many creative ideas that you can do. So many ways that we can give back to our community to help support the people who are around us, to get to know them a little bit more. So I want to hear from you, right? Post in the comments. Here's your invitation for today. How can you support your community this holiday season? The community that supports you where you live, right? Post in the comments, what's that going to look like? What are your plans? When is it going to happen? What's the intention? All of that stuff, right? And I will see you tomorrow for day 10. We only have 3 days left. All right. Mwah. Post below. What is your intention for creating connection with your community, giving back to your community, supporting your community? And I'll see you tomorrow. All right.